Welcome to Friday night at the Meri Atelier. Let me set up my desk here. This is Easter weekend. Happy Easter. Let me put my phone up on the clamp. It's always the Friday night jiggles. Sorry about that. I am going to convert this cigar box to hold these extra paint markers that I got. So I'm going to clean that up. We'll come back to that. I am going to put these in here for now, just to get them off my desk. We'll come back to this. Some washi tape, the bunnies. Did I put my... Okay, I think I'm good. We'll come back to this later. I want to start off by doing marking some garden stakes with this fabric. Let me get set up over here on my channel, YouTube. Clear my desk. Go to my channel. Go to my live stream. There we are. Got some bunnies out there. Skip the ad. And hi, Angie Brown. Long time no see. Hi, Linda. Welcome in. Let me set the quality on my notepad up from 480 to 1080. And set the live chat from top messages to all messages. There we go. This is an old bed sheet, an old flannel bed sheet that's seeing its better days. And the pillowcases. See, it's getting ripped. I have washed it, and I'm going to rip up. Look, what did I do with my... I don't even know where I put them. Well, I'll put it over here. I think that these go in this other box anyway. I'm going to cover that other cigar box because this one's getting full. Paint markers, and that really doesn't belong in there. There we go. I'm going to do some different things tonight. I was at Jacqueline's sale. Oh, you know, look at this lamp area down here. Let me go turn that. That's the ceiling light. Let me turn that off. I don't like that. Let me just get up and... Oh, there's my other cigar box right behind you. Let me go turn that ceiling light off. I keep forgetting to do that. There. Gets rid of the glare. I've got to work in this room, but I'm doing garden stuff today, so... well, not today so much because it was cold and windy out. My brother, bless his heart, took the lawnmower in to get it tuned up and ready for a summer of lawn mowing. And see how torn this is? It was well used. And I just want it to... I'm just going to finish tearing it here. He was talking to, and he got his pickup tuned up. And he must have been talking to the man, well, he was, I found out later, the man who was doing the pickup tuning up. And we got a call on the landline, which is his number. And I was afraid maybe he needed me to come pick him up for a ride back home. And so I tried to answer it. And when I said hello, these men were talking about fishing. I said, hello? Well, there's big fishing, good fishing down at Harlan Dam. I'm going, hello? And they were talking about fishing. They didn't even answer me. I said, hello? Oh, it was all about fishing. And when my brother got home, I asked him, I said, did you have that man call here? And he said, yes. He wanted the home number because that man's gonna, I think he found him a fishing buddy, which is good. He likes to have somebody to fish with him. And I said, well, you know, I said hello several times and all I heard was his conversation about fishing. That's all they had on their brain was fishing. Finally, I just gave up and hung up on him. I think he just wanted to be sure that he had the right number on his phone. He probably set the phone down after he dialed the number and it rang. Because I let it ring until the greeting. And he probably set the phone down and didn't hear me, but he didn't hang it up. And all I heard was his conversation about fishing. I think I'll use this piece because it's pretty rotten. It's pretty rotten. I'll save the hem. They make good ties. These make good ties. And I need, let's see, I think I'll save this. Was that the same piece I was going to save? No, I think I'll save these two. Come back to these two. I might need these two. What I'm going to do, well, you'll see what I'm going to do when I do it here, is I'm going to mark every 3 feet. I'm going to do that tomorrow so I can plot out my garden. But before I do that, I think it's 24 by 24. So that would mean 8 times 8. I'm just going to do it on 2 sides. So I need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I hope everybody's having a good evening. I'll come out and look at chat in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's tear this. Whoops. Hopefully I'll get it. It's pretty threadbare here. So I might have to, I don't know if I'll get 8 strips out of this. 1, 2, and I'll probably throw these away after I get it all marked off, because 3, I might save them, but 4, 5, 6, and I'm just going to count that one as 7. That's 7 and 8, this one. All right. Put that away. I bought him new sheets. That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm going to make 2 extra if I can. 1, that was 8. 1, 2, 3, I got all my marigold put in the windowsill. 6. I put them in little containers. Those things broke apart pretty easy. I got 7, 8, and then I got 2 extra, 9, 10. So I'll come back to these if I need them. And what I'm going to do here, that's a little blue tat, I don't want to throw that away, is grab some of these landscaping staples. Got a whole stack of them here. And I want, oh, there are my gloves. I've been looking for my gloves. I'll have to tell my brother I found my gloves. They were in this sack down at the bottom. Yay! I got a blister here because I couldn't find my gloves and I raked the yard with... All right, I need 16 of these. 1, 2, well, 16 plus 2. 3, 4, 5, and they've been in the dirt already. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yay, I found my gloves. I'll need those probably tomorrow. If I work in the yard tomorrow. We were looking all over for my gloves. My brother said, I don't know what you did with them. I've been looking for them. He looks for stuff when I lose it. It gives him pleasure to find it. All right, I'm just going to tie these in here so that when I poke them in the ground, I can see them. And every 3 yards, length and width, I'm going to poke one of these in the ground so that I can measure out my garden space. And I'm just going to do it. It's a square. I think it's 24 by 24. That's my estimate. But I could be wrong, and that's why I'm doing this. Because I kind of want to plot out where I'm going to put stuff. 1, 2, and I'm just tying these around here so I can find them again. Let's see, who's popped in? Angie's here. Hi, Messy Palette, Diane. Hi, Lord Jersey. How are you doing? I saw your post about your former student. I thought that was so cool. 1, 2, 3. I've got to turn that fan toward me. It gets hot in here. He hasn't turned the furnace off. So I think I'm going to have to make use of the south window because I want to plant my Japanese indigo. I want to start the beets. I don't know where I'm going to put everything. And the watermelon that I showed in my short stream, man, it popped out overnight. It really popped. The one that I didn't know if it was going to, well, the one that was, I thought it was one, but I wasn't sure. I looked at it this morning and it's popped out. So tomorrow, maybe, my peppers aren't germinating yet though. But it's only been a week. We planted those cherry tomato and watermelon last Friday morning. So the peppers probably just need a little bit more time to germinate. And I was at Jacqueline's sale this evening. She starts at 4 p.m. Jacqueline Lovely's Crafting Lodge. She might still be selling. Sometimes she runs a little over, which doesn't bother me. She was selling these wonderful little journal charms. I can't wait to get mine. And papers and lace, and yeah, I said I wasn't going to spend a lot, and then I saw what she was selling. So my goal is to measure out my garden space tomorrow, and I want to get the tub. We've got a big long tub behind the garage that my brother said I could put dirt in. I'm going to drag that out and I'll probably put a tree branch in the bottom of it so it doesn't blow away. And I have to get more dirt. I need more garden soil. Put all that garden soil in the... Yeah. So this is kind of fun to do. But it still gets kind of cool here in the evenings. It was down in the 40s last night, and it was windy today. It was cool today. Well, actually, it was up in the 50s, but with that wind blowing, it felt like it was 40, 40 something. And I had to help my brother lift that lawnmower and into the pickup, and boy, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do it. But after I had a second breath, I went ahead and we got it in there. He needs I keep telling him he needs a ramp to go up to his pickup. And, you know, he's just kind of cheap that way. He doesn't like to buy stuff. He'd rather break his back. So you can get those ramps that fit the pickup, and you just roll your old lawnmower up there. It probably won't fit. Well, I'll bet it did, because they're made for pickups. He did say he thought he was going to have to get him a new lawnmower this year, but he broke down and took this one in to get it serviced again. I thought I was going to get a new lawnmower. Nope. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now at every 3 yards, that's 24 feet. And I don't think my garden's any longer than 24 feet. So there's 8 for the width. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here's 8 for the length and width. I don't know, I might have said that other one was the length, but it's the length and the width. I think it's a 24-foot square, but I'm going to measure it to be sure. And I want to be able to find these again after I poke them in the ground. And then I did 2 extra in case I need them. So there are those. So I'll get out there tomorrow and do that. I want to transplant some vine that we have growing. I hope it's nicer tomorrow. So that's done, my friends. I did mail the Arlene's envelope that I did today. I mailed Lori and Goldie's law books, and I mailed the pieces that I did for the Fib Diggity Creators last Monday night. So those are on their way home. And I have other things I need to mail. I'm getting at it. I'm getting to feel a little better. All right, let me put this sack aside. And I'll just put this fabric in here. And it's these flannel sheets. They could probably be washed again, but I washed them and then I just folded them up and set them aside. So let me just throw them over there. Let me come out and look at chat. Let me come out and look at chat. Oh! Put the bunnies here while we're chatting. Penelope jumped over the cliff on the other side of the room. Let's see, let me clear my notifications. Come out to YouTube. Come to my channel, come to my stream. There you are. Let's turn the sound down just in case. Skip the ads. There you are. Let me go to all messages, chat filter. And I had to buy some, well, I didn't have to. I stocked up on some postage stamps. And I was looking at them, and they had fishing lures. She had fishing lures, and she had horses. And I said, do I want the lures or the horses? The lures or the horses? And I said, my brother would really like those lures, but I'm not going to mail anything to him. So I bought the horses. Jersey says, and you will be waiting forever with Romeo when he takes forever to do anything. Angie says, Jacqueline, yes, she is. I told her to slow down, that we need our marriage. Oh, that's okay, Angie. There's Jacqueline. It's good to be busy, isn't it, Jacqueline? Jacqueline, I don't mind if you run over a little. That doesn't bother me. I know you'll probably pop in here. Angie says, me too. Angie was out and about at Applebee's, and then she was going someplace else. I don't know where she was going after Applebee's. Where are you at now? Are you home, Angie? Godie's in here? You're very welcome, Godie. I have some more. I want to mail some spines to Teresa, and if I can find it, my room is a mess again. I want to mail her. She won a little Coca-Cola book that my brother made 3 or 4 years ago. She won it, and I never got it mailed to her. And I got things that I need to mail out, you guys. I'm just rotten with Happy Mail. You know that. You know that. You've heard that song from me. We won't go with any further. I had to turn that fan a little. You're home again? Okay, Angie. Me too, Steph. Godie says, Mary cracks me up when she imitates her brother. He's such a brother. I have to say, he's a little bit of a skinflint. He's a little too frugal with his money. But then he bought me a steak dinner the other day. But I had a laugh because he bought him an 8-ounce sirloin filet steak dinner. And boy, let me tell you, that was expensive. And I said, I'll have what he's having. And so I did. And then I asked for a doggy bag to take half of it home. And he said, you should have got the 6-ounce. I'm going, no, I got 2 dinners out of the deal. He ate most of his. He did get a doggy bag, but he said he ate most of it. And he had shrimp on his, and my steak was smothered with onions and mushrooms. Oh, it was good. But I had a laugh. I had a laugh at him. I didn't think he was expecting it. I asked him, I said, are you sure you want to go there? Because I treated him over Christmas. We don't go there a lot. And it was, he had the Christmas week, he had a doctor appointment. And I wanted to treat him, and because it was Christmas, and I said, it's just my thank you to you. And I paid for it, and I paid dearly for it, you know, but we enjoyed it. And so, you know, we only go a couple times a year and trade off of who pays for it. So he's when he has to buy stuff, he will. But he follows me around Hobby Lobby. Because we had an hour. We had an hour to waste before we could actually do what we wanted to do next. And so he didn't want to sit out in the pickup for an hour. And so he followed me around while I was shopping. And when he follows me around, it kind of bothers me. But, you know, prices aren't what they used to be. And if he sees something that he thinks is too expensive, which is everything on the shelf, he'll go, woo, woo. And sometimes he's got me saying, woo, I'm not buying that. That's not worth that. But, you know, they kind of do a markup on their stuff because they do a % off. They mark that stuff up because when they have 40% off of their spring sales, they mark up their spring stuff. But I went in there to get those boxes, those floral boxes that I showed this morning. And, of course, you know, you go in there, and that's the danger. You end up, I only look at sale items and then things I really want, like glossy accents. And there was something, I wanted some of that, what is it? You put it in the little moldable clay, Sculpey. Is that what it's called, Sculpey? And it was $4 for a little package. And I thought that was kind of expensive. I was going to get 2, but then I broke down and only got 1. I'm going to play with that. I still think I can put like Model Magic. You guys know what Model Magic is? I don't have any out here. But I think I can put that in the pasta machine. I'm going to play with it once I get organized. All right, who else is here? Angie's here. Jacqueline's here. Jacqueline, are you selling next Friday night? I don't know if I can buy stuff next Friday night because I've got to want to go to Debbie's sale, and you know, I've been buying a lot of gardening stuff this month. I need dirt. I need some more flower pots. I'd like to get my brother a new drill, but I don't know. I might have to wait till next month to do that. Let's see. Who else is here? Jacqueline says staff. Goldie's here. Jacqueline's here. Linda's here. Linda Renz, welcome in. Diane, Messy Palette. Angie, Laura, Jersey. Angie said, Laura, you're here. I got good news on my eyes. 20 in my left eye and 25 in my right one. She told me why the blurring is blurring up close is because I need new glasses. She's going to get new glasses next month. Jersey popped in, and we're up at the top. Let's go down to the bottom. There's Allie K. Hi, Allie K. I still got it in my throat and my chest. I cough a lot. If you haven't noticed, I kind of have to clear my throat, clear that gunk out of my chest. If it gets too bad, I will. Hi, Joyce. Welcome in, Joyce. You got an envelope coming your way from last Monday night. I got them mailed this morning. Jacqueline, I saw the post of those dangles. They are stunning. They are entirely worth it. I got... What one did I buy first? I bought the hedgehog. And then she showed the raccoon, and I had to get the raccoon because it was red beads. And then I said, do you have any yellow or gold ones? And she says, oh, I got some with sunflowers and bees. So I ended up getting 3 of those. You're getting new glasses in 2 weeks. Oh, they're already ordered. Well, that's good, Angie. So I'll probably work in the yard tomorrow if it's nice, but I do need to print some stuff off on my printer for the Fib Diggity creators. And I need to do something for the Fib Diggity Friends group. And I want to make something clear because Lala had commented on under one of the posts And she says, Meri, I can't see the videos. I'm a member. Well, the live streams are only for the second room. We've got room 1 and room 2. Room 1 is the Fib Diggity Friends in the membership area, which I call the community center, Fib Diggity Community Center. I might just call it the Fib Diggity Center if I ever get the community post. I don't know if I'll ever get it, but room 1, if I do standalone videos, like if I sit here and shoot something but don't go live, if I sit here and do a video and just post it later, you'll see those. And you'll see videos that go out and live streams that go out to the general public. But if you're looking for live streams, like we're doing an altered book project in room 2, in the Fib Diggity Creators group, you will not see those live streams. I do them twice a month. You will not see those because you might see a thumbnail. I don't know if you'll even see the thumb. If you're part of the friends, you might see the thumbnail, but you can't watch the video because you have to be a member of the Fib Diggity Creators group. There was a question on that, and I kind of wanted to make that clear. It's just the way the creators group is $1 more a month. I kept it at the lowest prices that I could, so you guys wouldn't have to pay oodles of money to support the membership area. 99 cents a month for the friends group, but I do need to do more, and then $1.99 for the creators group. But the friends group, you get almost everything that the creators get. There's just a couple things. I don't think you guys get the shout outs. The shout outs, which I need to do, I shout Jacqueline out a lot, but the shout outs and the live streams are what the creators get for their extra $1 a month. And I send them stuff that's related to the project we're working on. I do not send this group stuff unless I post. But when I post, like I did those postcards, there are some things that I do that I put out for everybody in the entire group. And then when I do the French ladies stickers, which I should do tonight, I make that in the public domain, and that goes out to everybody. Just chatting about it. So welcome in, Ellie K. Yeah, those dangles are something else. Let's see, Angie says, they don't get that you have to take your time to look because they're not crafters. Who is that, Angie? I hate going to Hobby Lobby with my brother. Yeah, they're not crafters, so, you know, you're wasting their time by shopping. I may not stay on ultra late tonight because when you stream, you have to talk. And the more I talk, the more my throat gets irritated. So I deconstructed, let me get it out here. Have to move things around. I just deconstructed this doll book this morning, and I sent almost half of it, not quite half, to Arlene. I went through and picked out ones for her, and I thought that I would do a page, let me find it here, in that packing paper journal, that I'm making a little journal like this out of packing paper from Debbie Epps' sale. She sent all this stuff wrapped up in packing paper, and I cut it up and made signatures. I think I made 2. Well, the signatures are 2 folios, but 8 pages. And I did this one, and I think I started this one with the Easter. So I thought I would do some doll pages here. And what's the, oh, those are Tim Holtz collage piece. Let me So I thought what I would do is do some doll pages in here. So that's what I'm going to do. Do a little art tonight. A little art. And yesterday was Shannon's birthday. No, today is Shannon's Art Junkie's birthday. I think Becky said this morning it was, if you know Art Junkie. I think she had a birthday today. Yesterday was Arlene's birthday. So happy birthday to those folks. And Joyce, when is your birthday? Your birthday's in April. When is it? Did you already have your birthday, Joyce Boring? She volunteered to be our interviewee next week. Is she out there? Hi, Becky. Welcome in back. Diane says, yeah, today is Shannon's Art Junkie's birthday. Joyce said, no, your birthday's in August. Okay, you just volunteered for April. Well, thank you for stepping up to the plate to volunteer. And forgive my fingernails. I was poking my finger in dirt this morning, and I tell you, I fell asleep after my live stream. Becky says hello to everybody. Arlene was not feeling good earlier this morning. I don't know how she is now. She messaged me and said she had a rough day yesterday. So I was looking at this page. That would go good on here. I'll miss these two, but you have to pick and choose. And I have plenty, so I'm going to do this lady. And I'm just going to cut her with my scissors. This is marked Barclay Baby Bell, Germany. Sleep eyes, open mouth, excellent quality bisque. On fully jointed composition body, made and sold by BAWO and DOTTER, 1908 to 1910. Courtesy of Fresher Doll Auctions, 18 inches. What do you think she cost? $750. Woo! And that was in I think this copyrighted 1985. She's probably up to like 1,000, 1,100 now. 24 inches. Oh, and then she's got $1,000 for 30 inches. Oh, 24. No, let's see. 18 inches is $750. 24 inches is $1,000. 30 is $1,800. So I would add $300 or $400 for today's prices. Just guessing. Maybe wrong. It depends. First of all, you have to consider if it's 18. If it's a original doll, it's considered probably an antique. And for collectors, which this book is for, doll collectors, I couldn't invest that much money in a doll myself. And I hate to cut these up, but I bought 18 of these books. They were $1 a piece. Not all of them have colored images in there, but I was thinking about the black and white ones. I think I'll make collage corners. And a project that I learned from the Somerset magazine. And you know what I did today? I put postage stamps on my envelopes that I mailed out. I buy postage stamps every now and then when I can afford it. And I use them up, but I don't throw away the little header on the book. And I had 3 or 4 blank ones sitting in my purse. And so I took them out and put them in my writing journal. there's headers on the little books, but if you buy a sheet of them, there's no header. I'm just going to kind of cut this. I'll probably put it on the... I'm going to save that. And I don't mind. In fact, I might just end up tearing this a little. If I can get a hold of it. Because I like torn edges. Kind of a little crooked, but I should have thought of that before I cut it. I should have torn it. So after my stream this morning, I fell asleep. I woke up and got mail ready to take to the post office. I took my mail to the post office. I hadn't eaten any breakfast or any dinner. And after my brother, he left around 2, I said, I'm hungry. So I had a sweet roll left. And it was one of those buns that we got at the... I brought it home in my doggy bag. I had 2 of them. I only ate 1, and I had 1 left. So I sliced it all up. And I said, I'm going to eat it before it gets old. And I sliced it into probably about 8 slices. Little slices like so. 1/4 of an inch, or 1/2 of an inch thick. Put butter and cinnamon and sugar on it, and had little cinnamon toasts. And I had a banana and some Greek yogurt that I needed to use up. And I made me a smoothie, and that was my lunch. And that's all I've had to eat today. There, I'm liking that. Oh, I might have to tear a little bit more off of here. Gosh, I was going to put a napkin on the base of this. I think I still can. We'll come back to the doll pages. I'm gonna, let's see, what did I do with them? I have the napkins saved out here. I think these rose ones would be pretty. I don't know where I got them. Got a whole pack of them. And I don't think I'll do the edges. I think I'll just do the floral. Yeah. So let's take the backing off. I hope everybody's off to a nice weekend. Got any big Easter plans? Becky, are you out there? Are you cooking Easter dinner? Are you going to have a quiet Easter? Anybody going on an Easter egg hunt? We're going to have Easter dinner with my nephew and his family. I'm kind of looking forward to it. We don't do much, but it's nice to have an outing. Got there. I think there's only 1 layer here. No, there are 2, I think. Let me get a hold of it here. No, I think there's only 1 white layer. It's hard to tell. There might be another one. Let's see. Here, another layer on this napkin. I think so. There it comes. And I haven't even been watching videos. I fell asleep. I've been doing some tatting. My brother came home. I was sitting there in my chair tatting. He walked in and said, "I'm home." And I go, "Oh, you scared me." I worry about him driving. But he's a safe driver, but you know, I tell him, I say, well, it's not just you driving. I said, I worry about the people on the roads. These little country highways, people speed, you know. They go faster than they should. He's a pretty good driver, though. He doesn't speed too much unless I make him late. Sometimes I don't get ready on time, and it bothers him, I know. And we're 5 or 10 minutes late, and he'll drive a little faster than he should. It's my fault. All right, I'm going to cut these borders off or tear them. Probably cut them. But I'm going to get out tomorrow and pull some dandelions. Allie K said, my aunt and uncle are hosting Easter lunch for the family. Oh, cool. My grandpa and all my mom's siblings, their spouses, kids, and grands, etc. are invited. There will probably be around 12 to 14 of us. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, there's my brother and I, and their family, which is 3, that makes 5, and their grandma and grandpa and uncle. So there's about 8 of us, 8 and sometimes more. I don't think there's 14 of us, between 8 and 10. Well, I forgot, Uncle is now married, and she's got a son and his significant other, so there's 2, 3 more there. So there's 10 or 11 of us. And it's nice isn't it nice to get together with family? And, you know, it doesn't matter if it's a big meal. If you're with family, it's nice to be with family. And I'm just going to put this on with a glue stick. I'm not going to mess with glue. I'm just going to put it on in here. Excuse moi. And I think I'll go clear across here. Let me I left my pencil out in the other room. Let me do a little mark here so I kind of know. Okay. I might have to open up a new package of glue sticks. I left my one glue stick that had the digger. I dug out of it and I forgot to put it back in and it all dried out. Now this has stuff on the back of it, so it's kind of bumpy. I think I'll just do it a little at a time here. I do like this Pen Plus Gear glue. It's the whiter barrel. If you get the skinnier stuff, I think it's the purple. The purple's not bad, but I kind of like this. I get it in the where they sell the Post-it notes and everything at Walmart. All right, I'm gonna put this on here, and I probably should have painted it white, but we're gonna have it just kind of fade into the background, I guess, which will be fine. And let's do over to here. It's nice to be journaling again. I kind of miss doing the art journaling. And Jacqueline, if you're sitting out there listening, she may not be, but I'm starting to gather all the papers that I got from her. I think I'm going to make me a front porch journal with Jacqueline's papers. I'm not going to do it tonight. Of course, now the sunshine journal that I'm dreaming about, that's going to... Jacqueline said, when are you going to do that, Mary? I have no idea when I'm going to do it. But I was thinking that I'd take some of this, because I bought all sorts of papers from Jacqueline. And I was thinking it'd be fun to do a front porch journal, because I have been doing some sitting on the front porch, resting between yard projects. There we go. I like that. Now this, I'm going to put over here. And we'll see it folds. Where the fold is, right here. Let's go ahead and tear. Tear it. Jacqueline was selling stitched pieces tonight. Stitched paint chips and stitched transparent tags, and can't wait to see what those tags are like. And if you're interested, go check her Etsy shop. Jacqueline, are you out there? If you're out there, Jacqueline, you are. Yeah, front porch journal. I think I will, Jacqueline. Would you put your Etsy shop up? A link to your Etsy shop? Because I'm sure you have things that are still available. And you may not have everything from tonight up there, but you will in the next week or so, question mark. You might want to put the link to your Etsy shop for folks to do some browsing. I will pin it. Jacqueline is here. Okay. Yeah, I've been collecting. I don't think I have a big old bag of your papers, Jacqueline, but I don't think I have everything, because I think there's some stuff in boxes behind me. And I want to get it all together in one area. I didn't get this glued down very good. There, I'm kind of liking that. Now this, I think I'm going to put the documentation on here. Let's just put it like so. I'm kind of liking that. Now what did I do with my glue magazine? Down here. I'm going to have to get me a new one. It's getting stuck together. Which one is it? I can glue on this side. Whoops. Got to use the right side of the glue stick, Mary, if you need to glue it down. I laugh sometimes I'm tatting. I go to thread my needle. I never have my needle facing the right way when I get ready to thread it. And I go, Mary, You can't thread the point of the needle. You have to thread the eye of the needle. Boy, I'm liking that. And I think what I'll do is I have this piece. Oh, that's not quite enough. I was thinking I would put more over here. But let's see what I have, because this page is torn. And if I put some here, I might be able, let's see what the picture I want to use. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. You're dying to see the Sunshine Journal? I haven't started it yet. I'm still collecting sunshine. I'm still collecting sunshine, Jacqueline. Thank you, Angie. And Beck, are you in the shower or bed? Angie wants to know. Let's see if I can find another one like this. Of course, there's really cool ones on the other side. But I like this, and it'll fit in there. I'm going to have to go on mute for a minute and take care of my sneezy self here. I'll be right back. Of course, when you sneeze, you got to blow your nose, and when you blow your nose, you got to sanitize your hands. For you guys. Just finished cleaning the kitchen, Becky said. Becky, what are you doing for Easter? Let's see, let me pin Jacqueline's Etsy shop. You might want to go check it out. I don't think she has things. I would be very surprised if she has things from tonight's sale in there, but she might over the next week. Those dangles are darling. I think she has some left of those. I got the little raccoon, the little red raccoon. And I got the hedgehog, and I got the bees and the sunflowers. But they are cute bangles. They are cute bangles. Let's tear it this way. Another person that makes cute bangles is Rebecca Wills. And I've used some of hers. She's a beater. Let's see. I think I guess I'll tear it. But I want to cut that out too. I hope the lady I bought this from is not watching. She probably wonders what I'm going to do with 18 books. What are you going to do with all of those? And I messaged the guys that I'm buying they're 18, 20 inches. He called them mineral pots, but I'm going to use them as flower pots. And I thought I could only get 5, and I said, well, I really could use 5 more. He said, can I have 5 more? He messaged me back, and he said, you can have 2,000 more of them if you want them. Going, no, I don't think I need 2,000. This doll says it's marked 8 inches. Could be a Kessner or a Bayer and Rothschild. Closed mouth, kid body with bisque lower arms. Baby is 14 inches and marked 585/6 by Bayer and Rothschild. On 5-piece bent limb, baby body, open/closed mouth and sleep eyes, courtesy of Fresher Doll Auctions. 20 inches, $1,900. 14 inches, $500. Oh my God, that's good. I can't afford that kind of money. I'll just take the pictures, please. This is for collectors, people who invest in this type of thing. It's like buying quilts. And it is dated. Did it put the date here? It doesn't give a date on this one. But this one was in the 1800s, I think. And by looking at the style, you would think it would be a later doll. Now this book has a torn page. So I'm going to put this, well no, I think I'll put it over here. And I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that. Right now I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to cut this out. And this whole book is not going to be just dolls. I'm just using dolls because I have them here. So I think what I have left here, that's border. I could use the border on here. Let's take these off for a minute. We could do the border and glue the border to each other. Where's my glue stick? Do it this way. Right there. And then turn the page and glue this other border here. Is that half of it? Yeah. Right there. Like that. I'm going to have to get that other light that I got from Debbie out and get it set up, because even in the daytime, I was thinking, and it's not going to happen right away, I'd like to take these drapes down, because I have to tell you, I don't like how they hung them. The little slider things that slide across the curtain rod are plastic, and you slide them too much and the slider things break. And I got those rings from Debbie Epps, and they have a clamp on them here, but I was thinking I'd take those clamps off. Where these drapes have, you know, little gathers, every little pleated gathers across there. Well, where there's a pleated gather, I thought I would sew a curtain ring on the back and thread it through the curtain rod. But that means taking all the drapes down, but I wouldn't have to measure anything out because it's already all measured. I would just have to sew them on there. And my brother would have a he'd have to have a say in it. So, what are you doing with my curtains? I'm fixing them. Well, you broke them, didn't you? Yeah, I did, kind of. Now, I don't need to go clear over. Maybe if I put this one over here, like that. I don't need to cover that. Oh, let's tear this. I do say my brother's been pretty good about me doing what I want, especially in here. He doesn't complain too much about what I do in here. The only real complaint that I heard from him once was I had all this stuff stacked up pile high, kind of in front of his shelves of pop cans. He says, I can't even see my pop cans. You got it stacked up so high. So I unstacked it, but it's getting stacked up again. And then I kind of took over this room. He kind of lets me do what I want in here. He refuses to come in here. He can't find his way. He only comes in here to get batteries. He still has his batteries at the front, in the top drawer here, his flashlight batteries. He comes in here when he needs batteries and when he needs a stapler or envelopes. But I took the envelopes and the stapler out to his desk area, so he doesn't come in here much anymore. He's afraid to. This is going to mostly be covered up. I'm just kind of patching it. Now, I had another side to this, did I not? I guess not. Where's my picture? I think what I can do is tear this in half. I'm just kind of piecing it together here. I could put another border, but nope, we're going to do it this way. I should have torn that one in half. But this will work. Maybe I'll put the rose over here. And let's cut that. I'm worried about my other brother. We don't hear anything from him. It's the way he wants it. So let's glue this one down. I'm worried that he's going to get ill and have nobody to care for him. A guy across the street was like that. He died and nobody knew it for 3 weeks. The house stunk. Not much. It's a guy after my brother's fishing buddy moved away. This guy moved in there, bought the house and moved in, and we offered, my brother went over there and helped him pick up tree limbs that fell, and I asked him how it went, and he kind of, indicated that his help really wasn't that much appreciated. And I don't know, he kind of stuck to himself, and the neighbors were getting worried about him. They asked me, a guy, school teacher across the street, said, what do you think of that guy over there? And I said, well, he probably just wants to be left alone. I said, he's probably afraid that people will come, and when you get older, he only had the use of one arm. But you know, when you get older, you're afraid that people are going to take away your independence and that. I said, you know, he's probably just wants to be in his house. And that's what he was. He was in his house and he died and nobody knew it. Finally, somebody called and wanted, because that's crooked, wanted to do a welfare check, and they found him. And the house stunk. Oh my goodness, the house stunk. And I met his sister. She was nice, and I told her how bad I felt that we couldn't do more for him. And she said she understood because she knew him. He was her brother. But I'm afraid my brother up in Lincoln's going to be that way. All right, I'm happy with this. But I still have some more pages to do. Now, I don't think I want to do any more doll pages. So what should I do? Let's throw away my scraps. You know, you got to, when you do this junk journaling type things, you need to shake it up a little. And let's see, what do I have here that I want to do? What do I have? Oh, I have stuff. I'm not lacking for junk. I don't know if this is more dimensional stuff. This. Let's see what I have. I have this. This is done. This does not go with that. Yeah, what's this magazine? I can't pull too much stuff or, oh, that's another new book. I can't pull too much stuff or I'll have a craft-a-lanch. But I can pull some stuff here. I've got an Easter bunny. Oh no, here we've got these. We can use those. I've got this. I've got some Mary Jane stuff here. I've got some of these lady stickers. I can use those. I think I had pulled this stuff out before. I've got that sack. Those ladies. This is a tatting pattern. This goes in my tatting journal. I can pull this out without a craft-a-lanch. Mary Jane stuff. I think this is Christmas. Let's put this back. I'm done with that. I don't want to use that. And what's this? A book. Oh. Sandpaper. And yeah, I'm not ready to go there yet. I need a moment. Sure, I've got a background stamp. Okay, this will be fine. Let's see what I want out of here. Muffin recipes. Letting go. I think this was a Christmas issue. "12 Ways to Hibernate Before Spring." Well, kind of too late now. Talking about simple solutions. Address hypothyroid and adrenal issues. Health. We've got some peppers. 7 Wonders. out of the box wraps. This is for Christmas. I think this is a holiday issue. Let's see if there's anything I want in here. Here's a lady doing something. Who wrote the first novel? This is all about trailblazing women. I kind of like that article. Pull that. And that. And I'm not sure. I think this goes to a story. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, the human body. Word fun. The Cowboy Live sewing kit. They put together a sewing kit here out of a little, looks like a suitcase. Mary Jane magazine. Here's some cowgirls. Gift journals. Knitting for a cause. Here's a Christmas tree. There's some iron skillets. Winter. I'm just kind of looking to see if there's anything I want. Firewood storage. This is more of a holiday issue. Look at this cloth though. It's easy to line up things in our gratitude list like string of pearls as time sails along with us and we sail along with time. I'm grateful for this. I kind of like that. And look what's on the back. I'm going to pull that one. And then these are things I want to put in my journals. Looks like a address for Debbie Epps. Little patterns that I have made. And, look, we're down to some of Jacqueline's eco-dye papers. I'm not going to use them though. I might use this one, but I don't know. I kind of like the brown paper that I'm using, so maybe I'll save these. I might use this. This is cool. We'll save that out. Some black paper, brown paper. This is that Colors of the World Crayola paper. And just some white paper here. Might save that because I need it. Some of these. This goes in my journal, my Society by Dear Collector journal. I need to. All right. I think I have enough to do the signature. Let me put this back. Excuse me. Coughing there. Coughing. Let me find a good spot for this. What's under it? Books. Oh, these books. These are cool journals that I'm not sure what that is. I want to do something with these books. These are cool. This is one of the books that I Cloroxed. Isn't that cool? I Cloroxed the cover. I think this was the one I got from Johnny, and it had water damage, and she knew when she sold it. She pointed it out. And looks like I've torn out of it. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I got this one from Johnny. And so I said, well, it's got water damage. A lot of this is water damage. And so I Cloroxed it and I damaged it more. And I'm really, and I want to take maybe some of that wax I got from Debbie and rub on here because there is an embossed area. I can't exactly, I think it's a tree in here. I'm not sure what it is. But kind of rub across there. There's an embossed area in there. And this one is cool. I think I got this one from Pearl. I'm not sure. I might have gotten it from Johnny. These are ones that pedagogue, it's all in French, I think, or it's in a foreign language. I can't read it. I have no idea what it's saying. Pedagogue reminds me of a textbook. But those should go in a different spot than here. They should go up on where my other books are. All right, so this is what I have to work with. And this stamp. Put this back. And I kind of like this stamp. Would make a nice background stamp. It's a Tim Holtz, I believe. And I'm thinking that if I paint or even collage down this white napkin back that I have. Let's try the white napkin back. And I'm going to collage it down with glue, with glue stick. And then I'm going to stamp over it. Where's my glue stick? I'm going to start here, I think. And let's see, how far over does it go? Goes over to about to there. Whoops. To there. Well, Meri. And we'll see how this works. I don't know how it's going to work. I just don't feel like getting wet glue out tonight. And we're going to put this. My fan is blowing, so my napkin's going to blow. I'm going to put it down here. Like this. Yeah, it's going to be kind of wrinkly. Napkins are. But this is kind of like a kind of a glue book junk journal. Kind of just using things I have around. On that first signature that I did, it was all desk clutter. I'm really calling this my packing paper journal because I'm using Deb's packing paper that she packed all my stuff in from her sale. Now, I think I got that pretty well glued. And where it isn't, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. In other words, I don't mind it. There's kind of some bubbles in there that aren't glued down, but... All right, let's tear the napkin off here and do the... I could put another green border there. I think I have it. Because I got a green border there. I could do another green. Is there two there? Or only one? I thought I had more than that. Don't have enough. Well, boo! I guess I'll just put white because I don't have enough of the... I don't see any more over here. Nope. All I have is this. It's not quite enough. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to tear it off of here. I could tear another border off of another napkin, and I might do that because I kind of wanted it to, because that was still sticky. I kind of wanted, I only used 2 borders. I should have some more. It probably is on the floor. And I don't feel like going looking for it. Let's use another napkin. Which means I gotta tear it apart. Luckily it's only 1 layer. Probably after I get this done, I'll find the other border. So yard work for me tomorrow. I want to pace out that garden. I want to get out the tubs, the flower pot tubs, get those organized. And I want to do some transplanting. Out in the corner. I probably threw those other borders away. I'll bet I did. Okie dokie. We'll just take it as it comes. Oh, there's two sheets on here. I forgot. Whoops. That's really embossed onto each other here. Sometimes they do it good. Okie dokie. I'm gonna to stay, or do I need to weight that down? Now I want to put this one. Oh, I know I doubled this up. So it's right about there. And I think what I did was fold it and fold it and fold it and tear it. There we go. And we'll leave the border on those. Right in here. Is anybody working on art projects tonight? Or are you just relaxing, taking it easy? What are you working on? Are you working on anything? What's your current project? Do you have a current project? Allie Kay says she's sewing arms and legs on her crocheted bunny. Aww. I'll bet he's cute. Now I'm going to take this stamp and we're going to stamp some text in here. And I'm just going to use it like that, and I guess I'll use black. And it may be uneven. We'll see. So get it as much as I can on here. Where's the lid? And I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to put it right there, and press it down, see what I get. It's a little uneven, but it's a background stamp, it doesn't matter. I'm going to flip this over and press it this way. Flip it back over and peek. Oh, I like it. Let's do the rest of it. I think I'll do this side here. And let's see, I kind of wanted, I don't know if I can get that in the upper corner. Yeah. Like that. Goldie says, ah, how cute, Beck. What did Becky say? While she was at the grocery, I went and got my hair trimmed a bit. What else? Becky said, Bernadette is all trimmed up for warmer weather and clean. And you're trimmed up too, Becky. Yeah, Becky said she was taking Bernadette to the groomer today. See if I can't get a little more text in there. a little more. Let's put some more ink on that. Angie says, what did Angie say? Joyce, I did that and it didn't work. I can't find the cutting mats. Goldie, are you making anything? Jen asks. Sharon Lombard. Hi, Sharon Lombard. Welcome in. All right, I'm going to put this stamp back over here. I should really put let's put one of these napkin backs over it just so I don't smush off on anything else. Just put it like that. See if I get anything off on my napkin back. I just don't want it to write off on my other art over here, my other pages. All right, let's put it over here on this dangerous. All right, I'm kind of liking that. Now, these are stickers. I've got 2 sheets here. That, some blank paper. I got Jacqueline's envelope. I'm kind of liking that clock in this verse. Got another clock here. Closing chapter. Who wrote the first novel? This is all about ladies. So, I'm kind of liking this clock. If I put the clock in there, can I get all of this verse on here? I could if I folded it. And this was written by Janet Leonard in South Carolina. But I think I'll save this for over here because it'll cover up most of my. So that leaves me this and the stickers. What did I do with my stickers? I better put them back. These ladies, I printed quite a few of these off. These are the first ones I did. But you know what I need on here is I like this, but it needs a little bit of color. It needs some color, she says. So she's going to reach, if I can. Oh, what did I do with them? So for buckies, we can use those. I want some red. I haven't used these. I brought these back from Madison with me. I don't use them much. I used them a lot when I went urban sketching. Now they're $48 or $50. I don't think I paid that much for these. But if you look at them now, the prices for these have really gone up. Come on. Can't get a hold of it. There we go. I'm wanting some of the red. And I took my squirt bottle. No, I didn't. My squirt bottle's about empty. But there's enough here to do some reds. And I really need to dip this in some water. And I'm not going to watercolor per se. I'm just wanting to put a little wash on it. I don't know if that's exactly what I want. Let me grab a towel here, a napkin. Pick some of that up. It'll dry lighter. Now I'm not getting any out. It's because it's toward the bottom. I don't have much left. I was using it to water my plants this morning. Reach over into my pan of water here. I don't want a whole lot. Now that looks kind of messy right now, but when I put that lady on it, let's check the lady. When I put that lady on it, I think it'll be good. Let's see. Let's put all of this aside for a minute. Stack it up, Meri. And we're going to fussy cut. I'm going to save this for the next page. Let's fussy cut. This is a sticker paper, and since I got red there, let's take this one down here. This is the first. These are stickers that I sent to the Fibdiggity Creators group for the journal that we're working on. All right. Of course, this is not my art. And I'm just going to kind of fussy cut her out here. Now, when I print more stickers, I'm learning. I'm going to do a background and put the lady over the background and maybe leave a little cut area so that I can use rather than drawing on what's left out of this, because I want to use every inch of my sticker paper. And so far, I've just been saving it so I can draw on it. But if I print on it, then I can kind of use the scraps, the printed part of the scraps, I'm thinking. And I really do wish I had a scan and cut. I really do wish I had one of those. It's kind of one of my dreams. But here I am buying garden stuff. As much money as I spent on the garden this year, I could probably have a decent scan and cut, because I bought all that compost, but that garden really needed it. The garden was getting, the dirt needed to be helped. And we're going to have a nice garden dirt for the rest of our life. There. Now, I'm not sure I like that. I like the red, but it needs something more on here now. Now, it needs more, Meri. Meri's gonna mess up the world here. with her buttermilk. Let's do that over on this other side. Painting with a scrap back of a napkin. Because that's what I have. Alright, let's get the heat gun out and dry that. My hands are messy. Oops, I should probably clean that. Throw that away. Reaching for the heat gun. I got books in the way here. What is that? Stuff I don't even know I have down here. Oops, you guys fell. You jumped off the stand. Actually, I pulled too hard on this cord. You're still plugged in though. I'm reaching for you. Oh. Now you're not plugged in anymore. Now I lost you. I lost the stand. Here it is. Hold the phone. I'll be out in a minute. I have to put you guys back on your pedestal. I pulled on the cord and it pulled the notepad off of the table. Shame on me. All right, let's plug you guys back in. You're still going, I think. At 86%. There you are. Now let's get back into chat. And what is the quality set at? Quality still at 780. Let me set the chat filter. Chat filter at all messages. Paint's probably dry now. I really need to get in this room. It's not going to happen too soon because I'm working in the yard. I unplugged you guys though. Let's plug you back in. You're like my little social media folks out there. I got to keep you plugged in. Well, we'll give it a little bit of a dry here. I like this page now. You just gotta play with stuff. All it is a napkin back, the border of the napkin, stamp. And a sticker. Oops, that's not primary. I didn't test it. Okay, we're going to put this lady here. She shows up better now, but my hands aren't clean. Actually, I kind of like her over there better. She shows up better over here. I'll do something else there. So let's get a pen. Penelope ran away with all my pens. Sometimes she just likes to hide from me. She thinks it's funny. Now I don't have any words to go with this, but I have these words from Mary Jane magazine. Let's get those out. Of course, I put them all back in here. Come on, don't do this to me. Let's see, we're going to work with that page. Let me find them. There's my stamp. What did I do with them? I'll still be over here. I'm so organized, I can't stand it. It's on the very bottom, must be on the very bottom of everything. Yep. Oh, had it all straightened out. Got the egg. Got that lady. Here's what I was looking for. Be old-fashioned. As you know, we're all about old-fashioned ways, values, and crafts. And when we heard from some of our readers, old-fashioned shopping as well. But this is all about, thank you for, I read all your articles, recipes, tips, and letters since I am an Amish woman, age 80. I do not have access to the online. I've struggled for decades now with the fear of resistance to change. I don't think I want those. I think I've changed my mind about the quotes. I like the heading though. Go ahead, be old-fashioned. Maybe I'll take that if I can find my scissors. Whoops, I tore it. I didn't want to tear that part. Yeah, I've got this image several times. All right. All of that digging. Let's put all this back. Keep that out. This is all Christmas. More Christmas. And the stamp. My other journal page. And a sticker. This is how Meri rolls. I'm not sure I made a note on this envelope. I'm not sure. I keep looking at that note, trying to figure out what I was telling myself. Something important. Hold on, I gotta put this back on the shelf here. That should hold it. All right, we're done with this. We can put that back. No wonder I haven't had another crafter lunch. All right, I'm going to keep these out. This can toss. I'm going to save that. This can be saved. Tossed. Save, save. Go ahead, be old-fashioned. I like that. I think I can use one of these ladies in here. Maybe a couple of them. I save all the scraps. I'm old-fashioned that way. Don't move, Meri. Don't move. If you move your chair, you'll run over your fussy cut. I don't want to run over my ladies. There we go. All right. I'm still liking it, though. After all that work, that goes in my garden journal. All right. We're going to fussy cut a couple of these ladies out. I guess I'll start up here. I only need two. Maybe this one. If you could see this shelf over here, you'd run. You'd run. I kind of like that, but I don't know if it would look decent in this, but what I'm doing here. See, if I had a scan and cut. And I don't know, a standing cut can, I would think that it could cut sticker paper. Print it off on sticker paper and scan and cut in it. Print it off on a piece of paper and an image and scan and cut it on a scan and cut sticker paper. Julie Faith Brown balls are used to represent them. I don't know. I haven't seen much of her doing that lately, representing the scan and cuts machines. That's not going to show up very well. I'm going to have to do something more in here. Something more. Something more. I'm thinking. While I'm thinking, this will show up. And I think I'll cut this title out here. I think I'll save this. And this is sticker paper that I don't want to throw away. And put it up there. Maybe on a black background. I have black here. Hold the phone. I've got to throw my scrap piece away. They're kind of thin, but I think I could put enough behind her to... Come on. Actually, this needs to come more like that. I guess that's paint. I guess I really could only just do one. Let's finish cutting. I have to decide which one I want to use. You know what would look nice on here is some black lace. I'm going to have to play with Debbie's silicone black lace maybe in this journal. No, I think I like the other one. We'll save her. So let's figure out how I want to do this. Like that. No, this one has to come more like that. Like that. And I'm going to use the fine art glitter glue to put that down with. And I don't use that fine tip anymore. I just don't care for it clogging up like it does. I just use this. I'm happy with this for what I use it for. And I probably use more than I need. Blah, blah, blah. Now I have these like this. I don't know how far out I had them though. So maybe down a little. And just give me a little mark of where I want to put those. So I know I want to put it like that. Right in there. And you can spread it out. I generally don't for this type of work. If I was doing a thin piece, I might on that lady. I think I had this one right in here. Let's see how it looks. I could pull it out a little more like that. All right. Is that gonna fit? Is that gonna fit you, lady? Move it down a little, she said. Okay, I kind of like that. All right. like that. And then the go ahead be old fashioned is going to be up here. Go. There it is, just a bit more here. It's just stuck on my finger. Like that. There we go. I'm liking that. So, I'm going to throw the, just take this and wipe the tip of this off. And throw the, these scrappies away. I'm kind of liking that, but I'm not done. I'm not done. And when you stop to think, this was just a brown packing paper. It was all crumbled up in the cell package that I got from Debbie Epps. I'm happy with it. Now you could, if you had time to spare, actually do hand stitching rather than faux stitching here. I think I'll actually do that around these too. And Jacqueline was selling some stitched ephemera tonight. Some pretty paint chips that she stitched on. Alright, I'm liking that. Now, this one doesn't have a but I think I'll leave it as far as trying to put any journal words on it. I think I'll go ahead and do this. Looks like I gotta, I'm gonna leave it. A little bit of a loose napkin there. It was actually kind of fun to do this. So I've done 4 pages. What time is it? 9:44. I actually wanted to do that other page. Let's see if I wanted to do that. Find it here. I wanted to do this page. It's this fold. It folds. I think if I cut it there. I have to cut it there. To move that a little at a slant to get all those words on there, but that's after the end of the book anyway. Now I'm going to have a border here to take care of. I'll bring it up. Excuse me. This kind of just fits, but it doesn't fit up there, but I could piece it. And I could piece this over here. Let's do this first. I don't know if I can get all of that. I did. I don't need all of that. I need I'll have to piece that, but maybe with some of this. I have that to take care of. I'll fold this right there. Right there. In there. And I just need a bit. Just a bit of that necklace. It down like that. Okay, I think I'm fairly happy with what I have going here. Where's my glue stick? I don't know where my glue stick went off to. Where is my glue stick? What did you do with it, Meri? Oh dear. Yeah. He's probably rolled off on the floor someplace. Lucky for me, I have another one. I like these glue sticks. Every time I go to Walmart, I pick up a package of them now. They're 10 plus gear glue sticks. Come in a package of 3. But don't tell Walmart, because they'll stop selling them once they figure out that I like them. That's what happens. I say, oh, I like these, and a month or 2 down the road, I can't find them anymore. I'm trying to get into the package. They don't make these packages easy to get into. Come on. My other one probably is on the floor someplace. Got some bling. All right. I was going to put this one on first. And he almost fits. Was that this one? I think it was. He almost fits. I just had a little bit up at the top. That I was going to use this little bit for. And Meri will be looking through this 2 years from now and say, who did this rotten glue job? Who was responsible for the glue job? Now I'm going to put this clock. Actually, this should go on top, but we'll just do it like this. I'm not too concerned about the... All right. probably should have a page under there. Yeah. I need a... I don't want to glue my pages together. And I'll trim that up there after I'm done. Now, over on this side, I don't have to worry too much about this. Over on this side, I'm going to do this. And let's figure out where the fold is. That's right, I'm good. I'm going to do this, this, and what did I have? Yeah, let's put this one in, and then this one, maybe this one, maybe this. No, that doesn't work for me. Like that. Actually, that should go on top. It needs to be torn. Let's put these two down. Right about to there. This glue is sticky stuff, and if you work fast enough, it doesn't dry out on you before you get your page ready to go on. And this one still has the author of the poem, Janet Leonard, South Carolina. I'm going to leave that credited to her. Now I have to figure out, do I want this one on next? I think what I want to do, this is a lace. That. Like that, and lift that up. I'll just over a little. Oh, I didn't need to cut that. All right. Let's move it down a little. Right in there. This. Oh, I didn't need to do that, but that's okay. All right, I kind of have an idea. Keep losing my glue stick. leave that in case I need it. Let's check it out. Now, I think I can glue that down. And glue this one right here. Right in there. Yep, I'm happy with that. Now, let's turn her over and trim her up. Let's close up my glue stick. Put it right over here. Trashy trash, trash. And we gotta trim this one. All right. So I did this page the other day. It was the Easter page with all my little bunnies, little birds. And then this one I did tonight. This one's tonight. I think I'll put false stitching around it to match this. And then this one, I really feel like I need something else on here. But let's get rid of the scraps. Save the black. I'm going to throw that. Some of this scrap I'm not ready to toss yet. All right. Let's get my black pen, and instead of stitch, I think I'll take my ruler and draw lines. Come down a little. Maybe I'll draw lines inside of this. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just me playing. And it's certainly not going to be perfect. Something on my I'm giggling at it. Let's outline the text block. And there's a wax seal there that's causing my line to jiggle. And I feel like that black just adds a little bit of accent to this page. And I didn't want to do faux stitch again. Oops. I went way over there. I need another line in here. A crooked line. It's crooked. It just looks crooked because this is torn crooked. It's pretty straight, not quite. All right, well, we won't worry about it. I think I'll purposely draw this one crooked. So it looks like the crooked was done on purpose. Of course it is now. If you don't go straight, then purposely go crooked. Like, oh, I meant to do that. It's part of my artistic license. I feel a lot freer when I'm not worried about perfection. When I'm not worried about perfection, it frees your thinking up. Like you aren't so uptight about it. I think I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that. I think I need to add more to this page, but I'm kind of tired. I think I'm going to call it a night. I'll think more. I'm thinking some lace might be good in here, or maybe a lacy stamp, or some lace die cut. I'm pretty happy with them. I think I'll do this for my thumbnail as much as I can. I might only get one on there. So it is 10:09. Let me come out and say good night to everybody. I want to thank you guys for spending a bit of your Friday night with me. It means a lot to me. Oh, thank you, Goldie. You're such an encouragement to me. Good night, Goldie. Good night, Lori Beth. Thanks for popping in. Allie K says, oops, Craftland. I thought if I rewound, I could see her setting down that glue stick. I guess I missed the craft. I got to craft the Jenga. It got me. I probably knocked that glue stick on the floor someplace. This is the new one. I'll find it when I get up. I just don't feel like getting up. I have this bling. I might use this somewhere. Not tonight though. So we did this. What else did I do tonight? I don't even remember. Terrible when you don't remember what you did a half an hour ago, 2 hours ago. Oh, I cut out those dolls, but what else did I do? Let me turn around and look. That cigar box I was going to... Oh, I did those spikes, those garden spikes. So, I'm going to go ahead and say good night. Thank you all for coming and spending Friday evening with me. Allie K says, do I need to rewind? You could have put having a nice time in the country below the sticker doll, Mary. Having a nice time in the country? Here? Yeah, could have one of these. I don't know which one you meant, but I'm really liking this. This will make a nice little... It's going to be thick. This is the second signature. I don't know how many signatures I'll put in, but I'll be binding it here, I think, in the center. All right. I guess I should said good night 3 times here. Good night, ladies. Have a great Easter. Don't eat too much Easter candy. Bye.